Hi, I'm here to talk about today Mars in Cancer and Mars in retrograde. So, Mars in Cancer is not the easiest energy at all. Your emotional self is going to be dictating what you do and what you don't do at this time. So, a lot of times here, either with Mars in retrograde or Mars direct, we could find when Mars is not well aspected or even when Mars is well aspected. But again, it depends what's going on with the other planets in your house, in your houses, because let's say you are in your 30s and you have a stellium in Capricorn and stuff, and the year is 2025, so that might change like 60 years from now and stuff like that. So let's say you have a stellium in Capricorn, okay? So this would be a very heavy energy, and even if it was well aspected, you wouldn't be so quick to make decisions, and you'd be sitting on your hands. Let's say if you're a Gemini rising, same thing. And let's say if you're in your 20s, and those of you who do have stelliums in Cancer, you are dictated by your emotional self. So you're still not very quick to make decisions. So whether it be in retrograde or direct and well aspected, it depends what's going on with the rest of your chart that will make you make good decisions or make you get off your ass and actually do something, okay? So Mars in Cancer is not the easiest energy time to motivate you into action. Mars in Cancer is considered a fail or a fall in astrology as well, okay? Your intuition is strong and very reliable, but that doesn't mean that you use it because your analytical side, your overthinking side, your Capricorn side wants to talk you out of it, wants to mull it over, kind of like Garfield eating like a lot of lasagna and sit there and mull it over and think it over and stuff. And so a lot of times, Mars in Cancer people won't follow their intuition, even though it's very good. I feel also that when it comes to ambition and being tenacious, this is not the sign to do it. This sign is not tenacious and it's very much fickle when it comes to ambition. So you may start off like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, la 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 la, and you could quickly, or somebody else can quickly talk you out of situations at whenever, okay? You're not outwardly aggressive, okay, but when it comes to people that you're incredibly comfortable with and that you feel like friends or family that you can easily talk to, trust and believe those people you will tell off, okay? Your silver friends and certain family members that you are most comfortable with, you will be open and direct with them about their feelings. Everybody else, they will not know that you are upset. They will not know that these people are going through it emotionally and stuff like that because they like to keep it all inside. Alrighty. They are calm and they like crisis situations. They like to deal with crisis situations. They can be independent. These people here are very hardworking, original, and moody. When afflicted, they have a bad temper or they have nervous breakdowns. They get easily upset. They really mess up their nervous system a lot. So it can cause mental problems as well because it's kind of like a fuse box and then it breaks. Oh, it's horrible. They're very sensitive, overly emotional, which causes a lot of health problems with their lower extremities and also causes health problems with their mental self. They're usually, they prefer home. They are normally homebodies. They do love to socialize, but then they do have their downtime. So when Mars is in retrograde, they can find themselves to be by themselves, or they want to spend more time with their family or friends who are like family. They tend to look for groups or organizations that are very family oriented. So if in like at work, if they feel like a really nice connection with family there, or they feel like it's family, they will stay. They will have a hard time leaving situations decisions because they're more concerned about what other people will think, and they are based on their emotional attachments, just like other Cancer signs. Okay, these people want to own a home, so they may feel the need to get married or be very successful early on in life with this energy. So you can find themselves being very tenacious in their 20s for security and financial security so that they can have a home for themselves. Okay, they like to, these Mars and Cancer people like to do home repairs or know how to do home repairs, very self-reliant, self-sufficient. They tend to hold everything in and letting it steam out until it boils over them, and then they freak out and then they blow a gasket. These people, they have delicate digestive systems. Not there, if Mars is afflicted, they can be overindulgence. These people may have a very hard time losing weight because these are the emotional eaters. They can be sexually sensitive, and they love the latest and greatest in technology as well. They don't like change, so you can expect them to be very reactive when it comes to change, or or when it comes to them even making changes a lot of time to be more independent, and they normally want to be away from mom and dad and to be on their own by the time they turn 20 because they want to seem very self-sufficient. But this is more than a thought than an action, and normally what happens with Mars and Cancer people here is that it sounds almost like they're being wishy-washy with the things that they want to do. So even though they sound ambitious, after you know them for a while, and especially family and parents, they kind of go, okay, whatever, and then they get upset because nobody believes them that they're going to make changes in their life. And it's because they like to talk about change and they like to talk about future, but then they don't like to do future. Okay, they don't like to be action oriented towards their goals. Okay, because they want to make sure that everything is safe. That represents change for them. So sometimes these signs need a little bit of a push from other people in their life in order to change. Okay, I feel that they're very sensitive. They want everybody to like them. Alrighty. So if you don't like them or you ignore them, you can find those are the people that are going to say, oh, that person doesn't like me. But also Libras do that too. So don't get or Aquarius could do that as well. All right. And question whether or not other people like them with these energies. Mars and Cancers can be very manipulative and argumentative. Like I said, nervous breakdowns. Okay, they could be very dramatic. Alrighty, they could be very indecisive when it comes to changes. Sometimes they act a little bit like Libras, where once they get what they want, they don't want it no more. So like if they're dating somebody, like in marriages, or they're getting engaged, for example, then they don't want the relationship. Or if they feel like the relationship is going really serious, they'll start talking to themselves out of it. So they could also be their own saboteur as well. Okay, they could be overly sensitive, but when they are confident, because they're putting themselves, what makes them confident, what helps with their self-esteem and self-worth is emotional validation at work, constant stroking the ego and saying you're doing a great job, da 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 da, and also a routine really helps them. As long as they stay in their routine, it really helps them with their confidence and with their sanity. Okay, emotional validation at work, growth at work, and them being in a routine every day really helps them stay sane. If they're not in a routine and stuff like that, and they're about their drugs and addictive life, because they can be potheads, okay, and once they delve into their drugs, and mostly drugs, they will also start to their life seems a little bit chaotic, and then they can run into some problems as well, and then next thing you know, they're in therapy somewhere or taking meds for their problems. Okay, so they have to be in a routine with this energy. Okay, they are very sensitive, so when things get busy at work and you start screaming and yelling at them, it doesn't make them want to work faster. It makes them cry because they feel like you're mad at them when you're not being mad at them. Alrighty, they are dependable as anything. You may find that they are the teacher's pets. You may find that these are the people that they're your go-to people when you want to get things done at work. They could be in leadership positions at work. You could find that those in authority love and adore them and trust them. Okay, these are like the doll babies at work as well. They're protective of their loved ones or their friends they put on pedestals. They prefer peaceful solutions. They are not very assertive or demanding, and they tolerate a lot of situations, which is not good. And what happens here when they tolerate situations, this is when they get the nervous breakdowns. This is when they feel like quitting their job, ending a relationship, because they're scared to rock the boat. Okay, because they want to be peacemakers and stuff like that, and they want to get along for the sake of getting along. And sometimes this is part of their correction in life, is to be assertive and to create your boundaries with other people. Cancer can change directions or even their goals in order to pursue financial and emotional stability in their life. Okay, they are loyal and devoted to their jobs, so it makes it very hard for them to leave it, even if it's a bad job, because of their emotional attachments. So they need to learn to let go of their emotional attachments as well if it's no longer serving them or making them happy. Okay, Mars in Cancer is very passionate, very creative. They are tuned into their own wants and desires. They're very sensitive to the needs of those around them, so much so that they will put you first all the time. And even though they don't want to do it, and even though it makes them unhappy, they will put you first. They will tolerate it, and then they'll bitch about it to everybody else in their life but you, because they don't want to hurt your feelings. So a lot of times these people need to learn how to say no with this energy here. Okay, they can be moody, but that's because they feel things very intensely. Okay, there's an intensity that can affect their digestive system. Their lower parts of their body could be very affected, so they might have irritable bowel syndrome, or they might have stomach problems as well. Alrighty, because they feel things so intensely that it affects their organs. They try to suppress a lot of stuff only to suffer mental ailments or physical ailments. They tend to be objective, and they tend to make decisions based on their moods, okay, and how they feel. So this may take a while. Or when they're making changes, it's based on their moods, okay? So when they're happy, bubbly, and optimistic, they can be they will make changes, okay? But when they're sad, they're going to sit on it and complain and bitch about it and wish it to fruition, and then nothing comes through. And then they will, once they get out of their funk, or when the planets are in retrograde, it really affects them. So they really sit on their hands about decision makings and things that they want to do, okay? Mars in Cancer is very sensual. They want to find a partner that truly loves them. Sex and love go hand in hand. They need a lot of romance and affection, or they will feel neglected. They can be so overwhelmed with emotions that at times they may actually cry to release it, or if they're angry, they'll do the angry cry as well. But Scorpios do the angry cry too, because they want to kill you, so don't get it twisted. All right, Mars and Cancer, not so much so. They don't want you to kill, they don't want to kill you, they want you to stop it. Okay, they want you to stop it, and they don't want to tell you to stop it because they don't want to fight with you. They don't like confrontation at all. Okay, sometimes they'll dish it, but then if they don't know you like that, then when it comes back at them, they can't take it. Okay, they make every effort to please their partner, and they're very much about their partner. They are not adventurous. They are not very demanding lovers. Mars in Cancer is very traditional housewife and, husband, the whole shebang. Okay. The thought of conceiving a baby may be very attractive to them. The thoughts and the conversations of marriage may be very super attractive to them. Okay, talks of future about a relationship is super attractive to them. But that could be also a lesson there, is your motto is, when you see it, you will damn believe it. So get the ring on the finger. Okay, show your love and support to your girl Marie. Oh yeah, and then Mars in retrograde is I forgot about that. Mars in retrograde is a time where, even in their natal chart, you have planets in retrograde, but Mars in retrograde is basically you feel things in a deeper level. Okay, you're cautious, you're overly sensitive, and you read too much into things. You create, it's just like a Virgo. You create all these slippery slopes in your head. You're not so quick to jump into anything new. So they have like a lot of missed opportunities. They are very obsessive about the past or crushes or the one that got away with this energy here as well, just like Venus in Pisces, they're very wistful. So when Mars is in retrograde, or even with them, they will sit there and think about the one that got away or the shoulda, woulda, couldas at when Mars in retrograde. Okay, so and I talk about Mars in retrograde through the houses on the January 2025 monthly horoscope, so you could check that out. But it's a very heavy energy time of not really moving and just kind of like sitting on your hands and thinking. And the energy itself, transit wise, is all about sitting on your hands and thinking. So there's a lot of delays that happen here with this energy. So these people don't make things happen unless they are in a good mood. Then they may make changes, and again, it depends what's going on in their in your natal chart. Because if you have planets in your Aries, for example, like the springtime, especially when all the planets are direct, is a beautiful window of opportunity for Mars and retrograde people to make things happen, because this is a time period where they are more bubbly and optimistic, and they are taking more initiative in their life. Whereas when all the planets are in retrograde, not so much, and they're very sentimental about the past, and they're going through it emotionally. Now, are they always going through it? No, but they definitely are thinking about things at this time. They're analyzing and over analyzing situations going on in their life, and things not going on in their life, and things that could possibly go on in their life, that kind of thing. Okay, they can be sulky and they can sulk. They're very moody people as well. So that kind of thing. Okay, so these people are late bloomers with the friends, so they may not be, they're like little wallflowers. They're not so social in Mars in retrograde, so they tend to observe, be more of an observer in their life rather than a participant in their life as well. Alrighty, so I hope that covers it. Show your love and support to my channel, Marie Moore Astrologer, and make sure to like, subscribe, and share. And thank you for everyone who has. Give love to my daily horoscopes and my weeklies and my monthlies. I'm trying to grow my my videos and make them larger and seen, and I hope this has been informative. I like doing these. Tomorrow is the 8th of 2025, January 8th, 2025. Mercury moves into Capricorn. I will be talking about that tomorrow. If you want to see how these planets affect your sign, check out my monthly horoscopes. Kisses. Mwah.